Happy August and welcome to another video about what you should be taking care of on your to-do list as a PTO or a PTA leader. Now, one of the great things about the school year is that it's very cyclical. So the same things happen at the same time of the year. And so because it is back to school time, for most of us anyway, right about this time, I know some people had it back in July. August, September-ish is typically back to school time. So hopefully this should be covering the vast majority of you all out there. So let's hop to what you should be doing this month. So the most important thing that you should be doing as a PTO or PTA leader is bringing a positive attitude, because your attitude is really going to be drawing in kind of whatever energy that you're putting out there, you're going to have matched by people around you. So if you are like, I cannot believe we have to start school again, that is going to bring more of that Eeyore kind of not great energy to your group. And it's really not going to be a good thing, I think, kind of more long term. So I think if you come back with an excited attitude that you are ready to take on the challenges of the year and do really great things for your school and your kids, that is really going to be in your best interest long term. Because you can't really underestimate like that energy and the type of energy you're bringing. People are going to be attracted to positive, excited energy, not like over the top excited, but like a natural, genuine, I'm excited to see people again. I'm excited to do things, so just keep bringing that positivity whenever you can. So as president, here is what you should be taking care of when it is back to school time, usually in the month of August. One, you're going to want to make sure to be filling any open positions, because if there are open either committee chairs or officer positions, some of those things that that volunteers could be taking care of that have like a named position, like they are crucially important to your group. And so it's really going to fall back on you as president to take care of those things if you don't find a volunteer to take care of them. So it is in your own best interest to get everything lined up and filled in and get volunteers in those positions so that you won't feel like you either have to or you won't actually have to do those things. So this is actually a really good time of the year to be recruiting new volunteers. Parents are coming back new and fresh for the new school year too. And so you're going to have even a new crop of newbies that are excited to get involved and make connections with other people and learn about the school. So it's a good idea to draw upon that interest level at the back to school time before they get involved with other things and before they make time commitments that because you only have so much time. So if they are committing to another organization at the beginning of the year, that really leaves less time for you. So get them early, get them involved, let them know the benefits of being involved in your group. And maybe you have like a stated list of there's discounts that people get, or maybe it's just that, hey, you're going to know what's going on with the school and you are going to find out about things usually before other people do. So that is really handy. Those are two little side benefits that people don't really often recognize. You just know what's going on. And so it's good to know. Especially last year when I had a senior, there were lots of questions and I usually knew the answers because I was going to the PTA meetings, of course, and paying attention. And when the principal would talk or the teacher's representative would talk about what's going on, I knew the information so I could share it with other people. And other people who had not attended did not have the same ability to enjoy that information ahead of time, and they had to go looking for it. So if you have not already, go ahead and meet with your principal to kind of get on the same page for the upcoming year. And that maybe you need to run events past them. Maybe you're not running events, but you just need to see how you might be communicating and coordinating better. Meeting with your principal before school starts, ideally, to get on that same page is really important. Now, I met with my principal over the summer and we didn't actually have like a lot of concrete stuff to talk about. And that was really okay because we spent the majority of the time kind of just establishing a rapport, getting to know each other better. And it was really fun just to talk with him as a person and not as the principal, because that I just think that strengthened our relationship. And we already, quite honestly, had a pretty good and strong relationship. And we're kind of on the same page with, hey, we're each filling our distinct roles and we respect each other. So that is really nice. I have not always enjoyed that with every principal I've worked with throughout the years. But this principal in particular is especially supportive of our parent organization and understands that we are scratching his back when we can, so he scratches our back when he can. So don't skip meeting with your principal. It's really going to help to avoid problems down the road and could actually make things, will most likely make things easier for you in ways that you don't even immediately recognize. Also, if you have a new family orientation, go ahead and attend that and support your membership chair. It's important for you to get information out there and kind of help parents put a face with a name. They're going to be more likely to come up to you at the event than they will be to send you an email, because that seems kind of scary for some people. And so if you really want to get new members involved and new parents involved, then got to show up to that event and make sure you're there. For your membership chairs, you're going to want to have your membership drive already kind of mapped out and figure out how you are going to be getting those new members in and getting people who signed up last year to re-sign up, recommit to be involved for the new year. Your family fun chair should be lining up events for the first events of the year. So you can even start before the first meeting of the year by advertising on your group's social media pages, putting a blurb on your website, putting the link to the sign up page out there so that people can start getting involved. And this way you can also kind of evaluate whether you're going to have enough help to pull off the event or not. This year, the start of the school year is kind of funky. We have 2 home football games before school even starts. And why does this impact PTA, you ask? Because we do concessions fundraising. And so we have to open up the concession stand a little bit earlier than we're accustomed to and get people lined up. And so our concessions team has been a little afraid of not having enough volunteers because people are not quite there. Because I think the first home game is the 18th and school doesn't start for anyone but freshmen until the 28th. The freshmen start on the 25th. So it's a little funky this year. So we'll have to see how it all pans out. Hopefully well. So give me your best wishes for that. For your fundraising chair, hopefully you have your fundraising game plan all lined up, that you have your campaigns in place, you have the flyers done, ready to post on social media or make copies and send home. Hopefully you have all that lined up and you can start giving parents a sneak peek. Usually it takes more than one exposure to something for people to take action. Staff appreciation chairs, go ahead and get something planned to welcome your staff and teachers back to the new year. In the past, I have done something as simple as a welcome back breakfast, and that just required a big shopping trip to Costco or Sam's or another big box store, even Target probably, or your grocery store. You can make it work. And the nice thing about a breakfast is you don't have to be serving it. You don't have to be there in the morning at the crack of dawn and try and beat the teachers in. It's really something that you can set up the evening before, and of course put refrigerated items. Keep those in the fridge. Put a sign saying, "Hey teachers, more goodies in the fridge for you." They will be smart to enough to get them out, and you can even ask the school secretary, "Hey, can you pull the cream cheese out and put it next to the bagels that I've already laid out on the table?" And so just decontainerize things, put things on platters, cover them with saran wrap or press and seal, and you will be good to go. It is a really nice thing for staff to be welcomed by those treats in the morning, and you don't have to get up out of bed to put them there. You can arrange for it the evening before. It'll be just fine. Funny story about that. One time I did that and had a welcome back breakfast, and we had school canceled the next day after I'd set it out, and then the next day too, because it was so stinking hot. But the principals still had to come in, and so they were enjoying the Danishes that would have probably otherwise gone bad. And then the bagels and the muffins and everything were still perfectly fine for when the teachers came back the next 2 days. I was sweating bullets, however. I was like, of course, this luck. This is so crazy goofy. But you know, it is what it is. You just got to kind of roll with it. But anyway, that was a very long story to explain. Get something planned to welcome them back, because just as we parents have mixed feelings about the start of the school year, it's like, an end to maybe more relaxed summer schedules, but yay, the kids are out of my hair. They're doing something. They're getting on with their life. They're back in school and into routines. Teachers feel the same way, so it's always nice to give them something. And if you don't have time to do a welcome back breakfast, even like a note and some candy in their mailbox, I'm sure would be appreciated, and they're going to feel the love. For treasurers, hopefully by now you have gotten back your audit, or you should be expecting that during the month of August, so that you can review the results of the audit, implement any changes that you may need to make to your systems, or maybe you need to implement some systems. If you don't know what kind of systems you think you should have, or if you don't know what systems you should have, or you're unclear on how to get them, I highly suggest you check out the Treasurer Success Kit. There are a lot of systems baked into that little bad boy that you might think like, oh, this is so simple. Why did I not think of this? Because usually the answer, if you need a system, it's going to be a form. And then you're just going to have to let your team know how to get the forms, make them available online and digitally. That will save you a lot of time. And then go ahead and establish a procedure for getting the filled out forms to you so that you can conduct that PTO business. The other thing you should be doing right now as a treasurer is going ahead and preparing your annual charitable organization registration if your state requires, and also do yourself a solid and get your 990 filing done now, and don't wait till the November filing deadline. Sometimes issues pop up and you might need to get some technical help from somebody, so give yourself more time than you think. Get it done now, get that checked off of your to-do list, and you will be a much happier camper. For the PTO secretaries, so go ahead and get the list of events from your president, like all of the PTO events, put together a calendar of events and get it published. Get it out there. Let teachers know, let staff know, let your principals know what is going on. And most importantly, let students and staff know so that they can put the items on their personal calendars and plan to attend. A lot of times families say they don't know about things, so they don't come to things. If you get it right at the beginning of school, when they're getting all the other information, you can say, hey, add this to your calendar. Or if you have a Google Calendar, you can set up an option for people to subscribe to the calendar so that the events will get imported into their personal calendar and automatically show up. This way, they will have like a can't miss kind of reminder if it's right there on their phone, and they can do some advanced planning and go, oh yes, the second Wednesday of the month, that is our PTO meeting, and I am going to attend that bad boy. So there you go. That pretty much wraps up everything that you should be doing during the month of August for your PTO or PTA. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video and you will join me for next month's video. I am doing one of these a month to kind of help you along because, like I said, usually this information is good year over year. That is why it's kind of so brilliant. And if you muff it up this August, then you can make a plan to do a better job next month. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video and you will join me for the next one. Want even more guidance on how to be a stronger leader so you can run a better PTO or PTA? All these resources and more are waiting for you at ptoanswers.com.